What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hopefully you guys are having a blessed day on today, and if you're not, I pray that it gets better. But as you can tell by the title, in today's topic of discussion, we will be talking about what are you allowing into your child's spirit. At this day and age, guys, you have to be truly, I mean truly and extremely in the loop of what's going on in your child's life. It's like it's so much danger around, so much. It's physical danger, it's mental danger, it's emotional danger. Last but not least, it's spiritual danger. Every time you turn on the TV, it's negativity. I don't even watch the news. My husband and I, we don't even watch the news. It's like I turn on the TV to see is it going to be a rainy day, and I come across somebody being slain or just slaughtered for no reason. And I say that because I was on the internet yesterday just browsing, and I ran across a news clip from my city, and it was pretty much saying that a young man rode up on a woman and jumped out the car and began shooting at her, chased her down. She ran for her life and ended up succumbing to her injuries. But somebody's doorbell, the ringer doorbell, caught the violent act. And it's like, man, like it just really blew me. And I pray, my heart goes out to that young lady and her family, just praying, Lord, that you be a fence around them and you touch them in their time of need. But this is the type of stuff that I'm saying is just right in our children's reach. It's on social media. So I have a question for the parents. My husband and I are not parents yet, but we are looking forward to becoming new parents very soon. But my question to the parents is, do you check the children's phone regularly? Do you pop up at their school just randomly just to check on them, just kind of sneak up on them to see how they're doing in their schoolwork and stuff like that? Have you met their friends? Have you met the friends' parents? To see who your kids surround themselves around. You don't want to have your kids out just with anybody. Don't know what people into. You ain't got to look over your shoulders, ducking and dodging. Do you check their social medias? Are you open with your children? And are your children comfortable with being open with you? And I say that because I know growing up in my generation, I was born in the 80s, raised in the 90s. Woo, woo. But our parents coming up was not as open to talk about certain things. For instance, sex. Sex never really came up in my household. My mom never really just sat down and just, explained certain things. It's just certain things like, oh, don't have sex, might get pregnant, or, those type of things and stuff like that, but never really gave like that. It's those conversations that needed to be had. My husband can vouch for it because he said the same thing growing up in his household as well. I think my mom tried to talk to me pretty much about it maybe at the age of 17. And I was kind of standoffish because it's like, here I am now, like this is my personal space. And it's like, why wasn't this ever discussed when we were younger? So I can feel comfortable, I guess, and open enough to talk to you about it. So, cause now it just feels like you butting in my business. And I know I was, still a teen, young, but that's the way I was thinking at the time. And it's just like, stay out of my business. Like, why are you asking me that type of stuff? And I kind of got, guarded, like with my personal, business. I also determined like, okay, well, maybe they were like that because our grandparents was like that to them. Like, wasn't as open to talking about, certain things. So I guess it's like pretty much go for what you know. But here is where it gets spiritually deep. Like many other Black families, we have our Black movie classics that we consider classics. Poetic Justice, Jews, Menace to Society, Jason Lyric, New Jack City, Boys in the Hood, and the list goes on and on and on. But now just imagine a 7-year-old taking in all that imagery. They were all great movies, don't get me wrong. They were all amazing movies, but no 7-year-old or 6-year-old or 8, 9, 10-year-old have no business watching those type of movies. They were violent. They were very overly sexualized. They were vulgar. And just imagine our young minds taking that in, not fully understanding or grasping what's going on here. And then obviously the parents will be like, oh, cover your ears, cover your eyes as if we didn't know what was going on. You know, like we're not stupid. Kids are not stupid. As if we didn't know what was going on at that time. Yeah. It's gonna make you wanna know more, be curious, more. The eyes are the portal to the soul, which must be protected, especially as children. I feel that the enemy comes after the kids because they are vulnerable. They don't know, like really fully know or fully or truly understand what is going on and what is taking place, in their lives. My little cousin just had a case with her little sister. I guess her little sister was watching a YouTube video to where I guess the guy made pranking, like he goes steal something and walk out the stores or something like that. She's nothing but maybe like 5 years old, and she tried it. Yes, she tried it. She went to a local mall, and her, my older cousin was like, she was taking the kids shopping and, letting them pick out some things that they wanted. So it's like my little cousin, which was like maybe 4 or 5, like maybe 5 years old, stuck something in her coat. And I don't know if the clerks or anybody seen her, but my cousin spotted her, took it out of her coat because it was bulging. Like you think you hiding, like your coat is bulging, and took it out of her coat and whooped her in the store to let her know that you don't do that. And my little cousin, he also tried something to where he was watching something on YouTube and they took a yam and put it in the toilet. So he went and got maybe, I think, a yam or a potato and put it in their toilet and clogged it and stopped it up. So what I'm saying is the kids see, not obviously fully understand what is taking place and what is going on. They just see it and they want to do it. No in between, no gray or white or gray with them. They just want to do it. Parents, lock down on what your children are exposed to. Lock down on what they're watching. It's like kids are like empty vessels that want to be filled, whether it's negativity or whether it's positivity. It doesn't matter. It's empty. So whatever you are allowing your kids to watch or be around, people, other kids, let me make sure you know what my kid is watching, because I don't want it to be filled with the wrong stuff. Start young. The enemy goes after the young. I feel because they're defenseless, they're helpless. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? What we think is harmless will turn out to be very detrimental. We might think it's light, or maybe, they're young, they 4, 5, 6, they don't know, but the enemy know. And he's lurking. Then you wonder why the kids grow up and be all spiritually corrupted and discombobulated from what they probably endured coming up. Kids, I'm telling you, kids are not stupid. They sense what the parents are feeling, or the atmosphere of the house. The mom and the dad can be at odds with each other. The kid, they sense that stuff. They might not know how to articulate it, but they sense what's going on. Trust me, kids are not stupid. And I feel that the grown-ups, the parents, give them less credit than what they deserve. Hopefully this video brought up conversations in which you and your family can sit down and have. Just growing up, being around certain things. And like I said, our parents probably felt that it was harmless because we didn't understand it. It matters. That type of stuff matters, trust me. And I always have to throw in my little spiritual nugget. Our apartment burnt down maybe, 2 years ago during COVID, and burnt us out to where we had to start over again, pretty much. And God obviously was moving, and he was speaking through the whole process of X, Y, and Z, and eventually, as we have it, we bought our beautiful home, 2020, 4 bedroom, 3 bathrooms, beautiful backyard. He began to speak to me as we were crossing over our Jordan, if you will, as we were transitioning from the apartment to the new house. Certain things, I kid you not, I will not lie to y'all, certain things that was accepted over there could not come here. Movies, music, conversations, people, the way that we carried ourselves, certain things God was critiquing. Because he's like, I'm bringing y'all until y'all knew y'all can't bring that old stuff over here. You know, stuff that was okay then is not okay now, especially over here. And especially on this level I'm bringing y'all. Those movies that I named did not make it over here. Certain music that I loved and was listening to, would jam to, obviously did not make it over here. And it's not only for our spiritual benefit, it's for our children that's to come benefit and their spiritual benefit, you know. So that's why I was just pretty much saying that I had to be wiped clean of certain things that I grew up, that I brought, you know, growing up, cannot be passed down to the children. What God is doing, he like, nah, you know. Like I said, we had a blessed, beautiful childhood, you know, but certain things obviously was unacceptable. And if it didn't get corrected with our parents, trust and believe it got corrected with us and for the next generations down to come. Like he truly had to critique some things. So again, hopefully this video bring up some things that you might have been putting off, that you might didn't want to talk about because it was uncomfortable. Trust me, move that uncomfortableness out the way and get down to it. Because like I said, what seemed harmless can actually be detrimental. And we don't want that, especially for our kids. So again, if you enjoyed this video, please share if you will. If you enjoyed this video, give me a big fat like, thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. See you guys in the next video.